More economic, more power, more. Hey, Mr. Brown, I found the solution for the nation.
Of the building material. A hectare is just under 2.5 acres. So from 2.5 acres, you can get enough of this building material to insulate and to build a house that is 1,300 square foot. Enough of this building material to build a 1,300 square foot house. So imagine if you had 300 acres now, you'd be able to build that many more, 100 times more of these houses there. And something that could be done, the machinery exists and could be done and employed right here in Antigua. But these things have been going on since the 1990s in places like Europe, and as the time is progressing, we're talking about 20 years ago, as the time progresses, their whole manufacture is being improved. So that this 1,300 square foot house that they were talking about cost them approximately $14,000 US. And they're saying that the company could bring down the house of the product by growing, they're contracting their own hemp, and by improving the technology of making this something. So even if we say they can bring it down to 10,000. So from 3 acres of hemp manufactured into these building materials, you can get a house for that's what 40,000 EC or less. We're talking about great possibilities for generation of economic benefit and economic activity through industrial production and through textile and paper production. Almost every part of the hemp plant can be used for industry. The grain-like seed, the strong fiber, and the woody inner core, inside of the herb stalk itself. Hemp is a low-maintenance crop that can be grown in most climates. It does not deplete the soil of nutrients, and its deep root system can help to prevent erosion. So all what we are losing when we say the erosion from cutting all the forests, the plant, the use of an annual recurring thing like the hemp can easily cut down on that also. And then the other aspect where, again in industrial production, we said paper and building materials, is in the production of oil. The oils from the herb are usable and potentially beneficial, profitable component of the hemp plant is its seed. At least of the, one publisher has already used hemp soil ink on hemp paper. The oil makes an excellent emollient for skin and hair, opening up the personal care products industry to hemp seed, massage oil, salves, lip balms, body creams, shampoo, etc., etc. Also, the health experts have talked about the fatty acids in some of the oils that are being used. These, the unsaturated fats, we need to use the unsaturated fats. And this is what the hemp oil and the hemp seed oil has a lot of, the good oil and the good fats, as opposed to some of the other things in some of the other oils that we are currently using. So, in these two areas, to maintain an ecological balance and ecological harmony on Mother Nature and in our own environment, and to provide us with economic prosperity. I personally, and I'm sure all the ones in the lobby for decriminalization and legalization, are appealing to governments out there, whatever the political party, you hear them say they want to create jobs and create economic activity. Hemp is one part that can provide economic activity that will make economic crisis and talk about economic crisis sound like something that's very, very stupid. And today, people like the environmental awareness group, the EAGA in Antigua, they're talking about ecology and cutting down the mangrove, mashing up our ecology and our environment and other things. We are calling on them and appealing to them also to come out and tell us what they see the use of the hemp in terms of preventing this ecological degradation that we know is going on in Earth. Usually, when a man out there on herb, it's not just something coming out of Rastafari or coming out of Silkcotton Institute alone. The herb plant is one of the most researched and written about things out there right now. In the last 10 years, one thing I was reading said there are about 7,000 research papers that have written about it. The reason why it is included on the drug list, class 1 of the drug thing in the United States, is because the class 1 drugs or the status 1 drugs are said to have no medicinal value. Well, recently the National Cancer Institute have come out and showed the medicinal value of the herb. So that no longer can they hide under this thing about it has no medicinal value. That is proven to be not so. But the appeal is going out there, and I'm hoping that from this here and from similar deliberations, as one person has been saying, from similar deliberations, we want to be able to produce a policy paper to show all the different aspects, medicinal, sacramental, and as I'm trying to stress here, the industrial uses, commercial interests of the herb, and to put it to both parties and to get something from them and from the EAG too and the other people who are talking about environment, because the herb is the thing that can contribute to that also. And to the many people out there in our society. Because right now, even as I look at our audience here tonight, I get a very much feeling of I'm talking, preaching to the choir, you know. I'm talking to the already converted. So we're calling and putting that call out there, and I hope it will go out in the media to all those many people out there who know that utilize their herb either for recreational purposes or for medicinal purposes or for whatever use that they're making of it. To come out and publicly start to lobby these parliamentary representatives, to come out in the many call programs that are out there on the radio, and to really begin to push for something that I and I have been really taking the brunt of oppression for a number of years for the use of this, going on almost over 50 years that herb has been utilized on a large scale in Antigua, you know. So giving thanks and praise again for sharing these thoughts with ones. And again, man is always open to the references from which these are coming, that man will gladly be able to share some of these references with you. Even from the book Roald Robinson, The Great Book of Hemp, which is one of the most instructive books about the hemp that has come out recently. I've copied some of the pages from this and we'll be able to share with you even this evening some of the reasonings from Roald Robinson and from others out there. So giving thanks again, and again, big up to the Silkcotton Institute for fostering such as this, and hope that they will continue as we move forward in the future.
Good thanks. Well, we're going to move on. As you know, time is very important. You know, we don't have a limited amount of time. So let me put a quick question to my brethren, King Sagai, and ask, as an elder in this community for from such time and to now time, and have been called, and I've heard you many times on the radio crying out to the public for support on this subject. Now, and how do you feel the response from the community, and not just the community, but also the politician and them, towards your plight, as even as a Rastaman, as an elder, as a farmer, as an activist in the Rastafari faith? How do you see, and why you see that come from your cries for so many years in this situation that we're in?
I want to say greetings to everyone.
Great.
I want to comment upon herb and marijuana. Herb is a natural plant, really. It's a natural plant. Even to us, through the passage of time, through knowledge and inspiration. To me, I'll just bring three main aspects of herb. Herb have its economical benefit, its medicinal benefit, and its spiritual benefit. I, as a Rastaman, for 41 years now, I've been using herb. I'm a herb user. I use herb in all different ways. I cook it, I smoke it, I put it. Because herb to I, as a Rastaman, and when I find out about this thing, because, well, as a youth grew up, you know, first time you never know anything about herb and so on. And at the age of 17, I touched street and, you know, I come upon this plant and examine the plant for myself. I found out that it's one of the greatest, the highest plant of all the plant world, in plant life. Just like you'll have in trees, in animals, in human beings, and different species. So when it comes to the plant, now, herb is the highest of all the plants. It has its medicinal use, it has its spiritual use, its economical benefit. First, herb is, when it comes to trading in economics, is the most powerful industrial economical development when it comes to herb, the sale of herb. In terms of like when a man, for instance, a man manufacture car, he manufacture different things. When herb compared with all these developments, herb has the balance of economics to go, like for say, one man make a car, he charge a car, say 60,000 or 20,000. Herb have the same benefit, equal to any of these in manufacturing industrial products around the world. And for that reason, why you see herb has been made illegal. Because I'll just pass a while to say, I want to ask a question. How come herb is illegal, and who have the right to make herb illegal? I'm saying no. When I look at the whole situation, I say, I would like to ask a second question. Who is the master of earth? Who is the people that makes decision about what is right and what is wrong? I would want to say, from my observation, I see, well, white people, or say for instance, the colonial powers like England, Rome, America, and these European nations, to me, they are the ones who make laws around the world. Because since in the time of slavery, up to this day, the laws that are on the books around the world are made by our colonial masters. So they can say what is right and what is wrong, what is good and bad for us as a people. I think that is very strange and that's funny. You know what I mean? Because you have people in the world that don't use herb. And they make laws against something that they don't know anything about. That's strange to me. And the reason again, why? For what reason that I specifically say the white people of the world? Because we can come straight to it. A Queen Elizabeth of England and the Pope and then kind of superpower, like America for instance, make this thing illegal. And today, I have seen, after 41 years, that when I Rastaman comes up out in the early to talk about the herb, and the uses of the herb, and the medicinal use, and the spiritual benefit of herb, these nations makes herb illegal. And today, America, United States of America, out of all the European nations, you have Holland and many different, Australia and places that go her pre-industrial uses and different things. America come out and said the other day, medicine marijuana, medical marijuana, to the world, after they been persecuting and jailing and killing people over the herb. I find that quite strange. I can't believe it. I can't understand how in the United States of America you have 28 states legalizing marijuana. What's the reason for that? One, they have seen the economical benefit of the marijuana. They find after 50 years or so, they're trying to fight against the marijuana, the cannabis, the herb, the hemp. When that now in this last time, how it just come about that you come to know now the medicinal use of herb when we've been telling you that 41 years ago? I find these are questions have to be placed on the board and asking these serious questions. What is happening now is that America find that she's fighting against this marijuana, and this marijuana and this herb and this hemp keep coming on her shores. So she's come to find out now, wait, how can I tap this, you know? So better we get in part of this, like I will jump up above all them, here, nobody to do them. America say, well, look, medicine marijuana, we find the benefit. So look here, in many different states in America, they legalize marijuana, and you can go in a shop for medical use of marijuana when we don't tell them how this. Rasta man, we Rasta bear the brunt of the burden of the dumb pressure about this herb. And he's coming to tell me now how good herb be and all the medicine and stuff. You know, I find it kind of strange. When I've been suffering for 41 years, you know, what? Well, what we see now is because of the economical benefit of the herb, why he's doing this, because he sees the benefit of it economically. Secondly, now, and I see the spiritual benefit of herb. Because I am a herb user, so I can testify about herb. Because herb to me, herb is my tranquility. Because as a person, if I don't smoke herb, I can be one of the most ferocious men in the world. And when I get upset and I, get out of hand, but when I burn my herb bring me into such a state of mind, calmness, of spirit. It calms me, So for that reason, I have seen the benefit of herb towards Iman personally. Because that helps me to transmute, to, when they say you get high. When you get high, you get spiritual. I goes to my spiritual level. And why they don't want herb, we can burn herb because, we are both spirit and flesh. And when you burn the herb spiritualizes your faculties. And I think it's one good thing about the herb that I might can testify. Because I care how rotten me be, and I care how frustrated me be when we burn one spliff. it brings me to the calmness. So for instance, like when we fight war, I'm going to burn herb. You tell me decide to go on the battlefield. I tell me burn herb, I'm going to go on the battlefield and get too loving. I'm going to want to kill my enemy. The herb bring love to me, the herb make me love it. You will say, me a man vex, and so on, and my having my herb, the vexness gone from me. So I see the benefit of herb towards mankind in general. When people burn herb in general, it brings them to a spiritual state of mind. One herb make me understand about the power of God. You know, the power of the universe, or the power of the Creator. When I burn herb, me get to communicate with the higher spirit, the higher powers. Herb make me get to understand that man is God. Man is both spirit and flesh. And what happens when you don't burn herb, you become fleshly minded. But when you burn herb, you become spiritually minded, you start to meditate, you start to, So for me, herb helps me a lot. And I know a lot of people can testify the same thing, about herb. You see. So on the spiritual realms, herb is simply one of the greatest benefit to mankind. And herb, again, is the only substance that the human brain can consume without side effects. Other, in the terms of medicine, in the world of medicine, all the other medicine that they manufacture, and herb is a natural plant grown. You don't have to and this and compound and together, and this herb natural, just so plant. Just like you go your nunu bars, you just dry she and just smoke she and she just give what she's supposed to give you. And you don't have to add nothing to herb, because herb is the highest plant. And I want to emphasize again about herb. Herb is something that you're not supposed to mix. Herb is one of the highest of the plant world. And when you use it by itself, you get the benefit, than rather to mix it with other different things. Because, then when you mix two substances, it becomes a compound. So it becomes a drug. So let us deal with herb in itself. And I don't see that they lock up people for any other thing but herb. Why? Again, the question. Why? Why in the world that anyone or any government or any powers that could say to I or anyone, you must not use this and you must not use that? And what we have seen within the life of chemistry and biology and so on, now we have a lot of crazy chemists out there that when you look around the world today, you see them making all kinds of artificial drinks, having artificial coloring, carbonated water, 2% sodium, potassium, and all these things. So I want to ask them chemistry, how so wise they are, that they come so wise that they making, I watch now in Upper Lakes, I see yellow, green soda, pink, purple, and all these drinks, these mad scientists out there, making all these drugs, and putting 1% acid and so on in a bottle, and if you read all the ingredients of all these drinks and food that they're putting out there, for us to consume, read the ingredients upon these bottles and you will see for yourself that they want to be the masters of the world. And God, the higher power, creator, whatever you want to call it, he said, grass for the cattle, and herb for the service of man. Herbs. Now, quite strange that the white men of Europe, they born, snow and ice and so, and concrete jungle and live in a cave and so on. These cavemen and people come and dictating the life and the affairs of people. On the South Pole, them North Americans and the North people from the North, the Caucasus, the Canaanites, they are the conquerors of the world. So they conquer the world, conquer people, conquer land, and make laws that people have to subdue under. We are here fighting against that. We are fighting against the life of a plant. That we see a plant grow naturally, and a man is sending people to jail for a plant. I think the time has come when I and I as Rasta, we have the rights, we have the power to get this thing done, but we are not united upon the aspect. First, unity is strength. And if we are not united spiritually, we can't win this battle. When we would have united ourselves spiritually on the herb and many different aspects of our life, even within our governments, and challenge our governments, because here come now, as the king said, this is the right time. For instance, now, you have a political scene carried on in the country where the UP, they fighting for power. They're coming to the people now for asking the people to give another mandate, another 5 years. And none of the two of them ever put this herb case upon the agenda. And Rasta man, I fight for the two sides. I vote for the two of them when they don't have respect for me. I find that quite strange. I think the time has come now when we're supposed to use even our vote as our asset to demand from them that we now vote for none of the two of you. Because none of the two of you for 41 years ever looked about the rights of I and I Rasta. Rasta have the power in Antigua now. If we would have come together and unite and speak in one voice, especially if they can't legalize the herb, they should never get an X, especially from our area. Because our area, I get 41 years of jail and lock up, and now they coming to ask us to give them another 5 years. Yeah. For instance, UPP, every time they get in a power, 2 times now, the first set of people, them bang and lock up a Rasta. And now they're coming to us this 3rd time. I think that we should put our case to the Prime Minister. Yeah, and as the brother have people here for sign petition, we don't carry them a court. I think that the only thing that we can bring these people to subjection by is to hold the vote. Hold our votes and demand from them. I will not vote for none of the two of you unless I present forward a case now before election. Now promise me.
Yes, promises.
Now promise me after getting a power, which them do the first time.
First time, yes.
And up to now, they'll even debate that in a parliament because they tell you why. Because the opposition and the ruling party working for the Queen Elizabeth of England. Because when we vote them in power, they go to government house and swear to have allegiance to Her Majesty the Queen, her heirs and her successors, so help my God. They don't have no allegiance to us. They don't have no respect for us that put them in the power. And if I'm going to put a man in power to suppress me continuously, I find that it's very ignorant. So as we're speaking here on this panel tonight as a Rasta man, I see that we have a golden opportunity. And as the king said, timely, you have, when a man
Because of marijuana, I find the answer. Because of marijuana, Mr. Prime Minister,